We move on to chapter 14, Air Pressure and Vent System, part 3, on page 205, 206, and 207. Today, the first term is storm. What is storm? The high wind, the strong wind are called storms. They are also called as cyclones, hurricanes, and typhoons. Such storms are formed along the margins of very large air mass with moisture, mainly near the seashore. The rising of huge mass of warm air causes vacuum in that area. So what will happen? Cooler air gusses at great speed to fill the vacuum. This is the stage of storm. It pushes very speedily to the vacuum place. This causes storm. We know that warm air keep on rising up. When there is large amount of warm air rises up, that large area of vacuum is created. In turn, the cooler area, from the cooler area, heavy cool air with a very great speed, with a very high speed, comes to the vacuum place to fill the vacuum place. This causes, because of this speed causes storm. What is storm? Very strong wind, with a great speed. Wind is called storm. When such warm air rises up, it begins to cool down when they rise up, because every 1000 feet of gain in altitude, there will be drop in temperature. So what will happen? When the warm air rises up, they cools and comes down as rain. Sometimes it leads to this warm air contents to form ice also. So lightning and thundering also associated with the storm. Here comes lightning. What is lightning? Lightning is a flow of electrons. Here static electricity is occurred. When the clouds rub one another, they will form separate positive charge cloud and negative charge cloud. Since there is large accumulation of electron in one side, it is not stable. Say they immediately want to discharge those electron in the form of lightning, which will be conducted to earth. That is, those electrons are transferred to earth in the form of lightning. The positive charge developed on the earth's surface is ready to attract those incoming electrons from the cloud in the form of lightning. Lightning occurs when these two charges discharge, that is, negative charge of the cloud and positive charge of the earth's surface. The thunderstorms are also called local storms, accompanied by lightning and thunder. Usually lightning comes first. After that thunder we could hear. What is happening there? When two clouds dash one another, the thunder sound comes. Then comes lightning. Suppose you rub two stones, sound also comes first, then the sparkles produced. The same way when two clouds meet one another, they dash one another, sound comes because of rubbing one another, rubbing each other. What is produced? Lightning also produced. First action is thunder, then lightning. But we could see first light, then only we could hear the sound. This is because both travel the space. The speed of the light is faster than the speed of the sound. That is the reason we could see first lightning, then we could feel the thunder. Thunderstorms also lead to cyclone. Now let us see how cyclone occurs. You might have known about water cycle. Water from all water bodies evaporate in the form of water vapor. We know that water vapor has more amount of heat energy, because surface of the water molecules absorb heat energy and change into water vapor. Gas is form of water, that is water vapor. So water vapor is somewhat warm, so rises up. So what happened? When they rises upwards, higher altitude, gain in altitude, there will be the drop of temperature. So they will release the temperature. When this water vapor reaches at high altitude, they release the temperature, release the heat energy. This release heat energy to the atmosphere warms the air around them. So what happened? Again this air rises up because of that heat energy. When water vapor releases that heat energy at the higher altitude, that heat energy warms the air around them. So that air warmed up, again they will rise up. So that area they create vacuum because that warm air rises up, no, that area become vacuum. So what will happen? The movement of air occurs from all direction towards the center of the vacuum area, towards that vacuum area. So this creates storm, and center of the storm, as more and more spiral towards the center, what will happen? New incoming air is forced to rise, thus creates cyclone. What is latent heat? The amount of heat energy liberated from water vapor to water. When the water vapor is raised up, they will have more amount of heat energy. When they raised up, water vapor rises up at a higher altitude, they will cool down. So they convert contents to form water. When this water vapor changes to water, they release that heat energy, absorb heat energy. That amount of heat energy released by the water vapor to convert into water is called latent heat. In America, they call such a cyclone as hurricane, and in Japan and Philippines, they call this cyclone as typhoon. In cyclone, the wind spins at speeds around a central point. This central point is called eye of this cyclone, where the pressure is much lower. At this time, the speed of wind is around 150 to 250 km per hour. Know that unit of speed is kilometer per hour. One more point you need to remember, that in northern hemisphere wind blows anti-clockwise around the area of low pressure, but wind blows clockwise around the area of high pressure. But in southern hemisphere just reverse happen. Wind blows anti-clockwise direction around the area of high pressure, wind blows clockwise direction around the area of low pressure. Then what is tornadoes? These are the violent storms which form very suddenly on land. The speed will be about 500 km per hour. It can uproot building, trees, cattle, cars, etc. If the tornado forms over the sea, then it is called water spout. There are several destruction which are caused during these storms. Now we should need to follow some safety measures. We have to listen to the cyclone forecast and a warning on the radio and TV. Spread the news to people neighborhood as soon as you reach the message. Disconnect all the electrical appliances and avoid touching those electrical appliances. Keep emergency arrangement of household goods like dry food supply of matchbox, candles, torches, medicine, etc. Stay indoors as far as possible. People who are living near the coastline, near the seashore area, should be evacuated immediately and moved to the safer place. Fishermen should not take the risk of going into the sea for fishing.